So I know a lot of farmers brag about their tractors driving sub-inch accuracy with no hands. Let's see if our tractor can do the same. We'll hop out of it and we'll also go have a look at that plow and see how it operates. Have a look at those lights on the T6 there. Don't look at them too long, you'll go blind. They're brighter than the sun. Okay, how's our... oh no, this thing's not even driving. Already, right off the bat, we got a wonderful little deal happening with this tire here. You want to talk about growing nitrogen right there? That's probably going to put down 400, 500 pounds of N. Just fixing the machine. Alright guys, if we pull up the weather app real quick, clear skies, high 80s, low 90s for like the next 10 days. Then if we pull up the Valley Scheduling app, have a look at the moisture level out in the malt barley field here. You can see it would need 1.35 inches of water to be fully saturated. It doesn't need to be fully saturated, but it could use some moisture, especially with this hot weather coming on. We don't want any of these barley kernels pinching and not filling out all the way because of heat stress and no moisture. So we'll turn this pivot on here and run this thing for a couple days and kind of get her soaked up so that we have good plump kernels filling out in this barley field here. This irrigation system has 70 psi of gravity fed water, so we're gonna have to open this valve slowly so that we don't have an explosion somewhere underground in the main line or the pivot blowing apart. So what I do is just crack that valve to like 30 degrees, get the pivot filled all the way up, and then I open it all the way. That way we don't have that water hammer breaking something. Okay, while that pivot's filling up with water, get a load of this barley field. Gonna have to say it's not looking too bad for organic. Unreal. Look at that. Test weight on that is probably gonna be close to 100-pound barley right there. There's a weed in here. Oh my goodness. Get that weed. Come here, come on, come on. Let's go, come on. Let's go. Get a hold. Get a hold. Oh, turned on by itself. Yeah, I forgot we had this thing set where when you turn the water on it senses the pressure and then it'll turn back on automatically. But let's check and make sure how much water we're putting down is the right amount that we want. Okay, so you could see here it takes 31 hours for 1 revolution to put down 1/2 inch of water. Nah, that looks good to me. We'll leave it at that. Okay, let's go. Load up on the bed. On the bed. Come on, load up. Unreal. All right, you guys, it is May 15th and Dad got the mower hooked up here onto the T6 and he started out here in the 95 acres mowing down this Austrian winter pea field for a green manure, and we're going to be putting in sorghum in this field here. After this pivot gets mowed down, we'll go mow down 2 others and then we'll go ahead, plow all those fields and then get them planted to sorghum and corn. Check this out. Already right off the bat we got a wonderful little deal happening with this tire here. Just kind of slid over nice and neat. Just I don't understand what the deal is. We'll try and get her moved over. I got her to move like an inch. I think these bolts are just loose right here. They look pretty loose. Have a look right here. The bolt's right here. Have a look right here. We're only going to be out here for a couple hours, so we're going to leave it, fix that in the morning. These peas, have a look, check this out. Now check this out, look at this. These peas are about this tractor, the front tires right there, those are 7 feet tall. Have a look at those peas. They're like, what is that? They're about 6 feet tall here. You want to talk about growing nitrogen right there? That's probably going to put down 400, 500 pounds of N. That's perfect timing. Right when a couple blossoms have started. Here's some more. Once the peas blossom, all the nitrogen that the peas fix down in the roots moves back up into the plant and uses it to make seed. Anyways, enough talk. Dad's done probably, I don't know, 30, 40 acres. We'll definitely get this half done tonight. Get a load of this. Unreal. Never seen anything like it. Check that out. Look at those weights. It's up to the weights. Just fixing the machine. Look at all those teeth. Here's this bearing. Smooth as butter. Have a look. Look at that. Fix the bearing. You don't want to put your hand on that unless you want to get all wrapped up and torn to pieces. We're gonna quit for the night just because this wheel right here, these bolts holding it on, these things are looser than a baseball bat in a dumpster. That wheel is about to fall off at any second, and when it does and I don't see it and I come back over it with the mower and I mow that wheel, it's probably not gonna end good for the mower. So we'll quit right now. Also, it's a good time because I finished this half of the pivot. It's also 9:30 at night, so I think it's a good place to stop. Alright you guys, so Dad finished up all the mowing the other day, and now you can see we've got the plow hooked up and we are out here in the 95 acres here getting this Austrian winter pea field plowed under, and this field is going to a sorghum. So once we get it all plowed, we'll go ahead and run the pivot over it, pack it back down, add some moisture, run over it with the final tillage pass, and then get to planting the sorghum. So I know a lot of farmers brag about their tractors driving sub-inch accuracy with no hands. Let's see if our tractor can do the same. We'll hop out of it and we'll also go have a look at that plow and see how it operates up close. Look at that. Auto steer working like it should. Here's the plow. This is a John Deere 3100 6 bottom moldboard plow. Absolutely getting it. Have a look at that. We'll go over here first of all. Careful, don't get in front of it. Have a look at those coulters. Look at them just slicing through these peas, splitting it in half so the that thing back there can roll the dirt over. Look at that. Look at it just turn it under like that. Have a look at that seed bed here. Pure dirt. That looks perfect. I got this plow adjusted perfect where you can't even tell the difference between this pass here and the next pass in. Have a look at those lights on the T6 there. Don't look at them too long, you'll go blind. They're brighter than the sun. Okay, how's our... oh no, this thing's not even driving in the right place. What's going on? Okay, I don't know if this thing is actually set up for sub-inch or not, but it looks like we're going... I don't even know where the thing is going. Look at them coulters dropping in the ground. All right, we better get this thing under control. Okay. What does that look like to you? Looks like a problem to me. So these are actually the same coulters that we've been using all along. They were red, but now I painted them John Deere green, so hopefully they work a little better. But what I also did to them that might strengthen them up is I added another bar that goes all the way up top here, and then reinforced it right here too, so that hopefully it won't bend as easy. Then we also put in bigger bolts up here to have a stronger clamp on it. I mean, they're working pretty good right now. I think I have this one, actually, no, yeah, I think I have this one set a little too low because the bottom drags right here on the ground, and then it does get a ball up. And every now and then it does get too much material through it that it does ball up somewhere else. There's no way we could ever plow this field without having coulters on the plow. I mean, you look it out here, look at how much trash is on the surface here. Like, look at that. I think we got it. I don't know if you can hear me or not because the wind's about 100 miles an hour. Thankfully, we're going to be sitting in the tractor all day instead of out in this windstorm. Oh my goodness. We're still out here in the 95 acres, plugging away with the plow, 5 miles an hour, just getting it, but we got a little bit of a problem. It can be a problem, but I guess it's a good problem, and that is I have the coulters dropped all the way down to the ground, basically as deep as they can go, without the frame of the coulter dragging on the dirt and causing ball ups. With that, I am still plugging up. That's a problem because I have to get out of the tractor and unplug it every now and then, but I guess you could also say it's a good problem because that means there's a massive amount of green manure out here that we're putting back into the soil. Alright guys, so now we're out here with the 16-foot cultipacker. But what I'm doing is the final pass here, just firming up the dirt, making a nice seed bed here. I'm just right at the pivot point now, so I'm halfway done, so I got about another 45 acres to do. And then we can get the planter hooked up and get this field planted. Have a look at this. Check this out. This is a locking collar right here that doesn't seem like it's locked onto the shaft that well. I think we're just gonna send it. We don't have time to fix that. So hopefully that shaft doesn't slide off the bearing there, and then that whole roller packer comes off of the frame.